Hello, my name is Rashmi from the Department of Criminology, Raksha Shakti University, Ahmedabad, Gujarat. The title of the module is Child Pornography. The objectives of this module are: number 1, to understand the definition of child pornography; number 2, to explore the characteristics, nature and scope of the child pornography; number 3, to understand and gain knowledge about the impact of child pornography on the children victims; number 4, to get an overview of child pornography in India; number 5, to identify strategies to fight child pornography. This module assumes that students are familiar with information, technology, internet, law, enforcement, sexual exploitation and cybercrime. The internet has created an exciting new world of information and communication for anyone with access to online services. While this technology offers unparalleled opportunities for children and adults to learn about the universe in which we live, it has also had an immeasurable impact on the sexual exploitation of children, specifically through the distribution of sexually exploitative images of children. The development, increasing accessibility and the use of home computer technology have revolutionized the distribution of these images by increasing the ease of possession and dissemination and decreasing the cost of production and distribution, especially across international borders. Child pornography does not exist in isolation. It always occurs in conjunction with other punishable sexual conduct ranging from child prostitution to trafficking in human beings, from abuse to grooming. The common denominator of these offenses is that children are victims of sexual violence. From this perspective, child abuse material is sexual violence against children displayed on images or film. Child sex tourism is sexual violence committed abroad. Child sexual exploitation is sexual violence for profit. The phenomena of child pornography can be broken down into three elements: the perpetrators, the victims, and technology. Technology may refer to abusive material on the one hand and information and communications technology, that is ICT, which enables the production, distribution and possession of such material on the other hand. The nature of perpetrators, victims and material is not clear cut. Firstly, perpetrators do not form a homogeneous group in terms of behavior. Some individuals only view child abuse images, whilst others also physically abuse children themselves. Secondly, victim characteristics, the nature of child abuse material and the circumstances under which it is produced differs between various age groups of victims. Apart from this, there are considerable differences between the commercial child pornography circuit and the amateur circuit in terms of perpetrators, victims and material. At present, child abuse material predominantly exists in digital format. Technological developments rapidly succeed one another and will almost always influence the phenomena of child pornography. What is more, online aspects of sexual violence are becoming increasingly prominent, such as child sex tourism and grooming. To children, cyberspace is an extension of the real physical world. The offline and online worlds smoothly converge into one. This means that both worlds must be taken into account in legislation, policy and implementation. Technological, empirical and legal expertise and associated means must keep pace with developments in the digital domain. As pointed out by Taylor and Quayle 2003, the legal definition of child pornography does not capture all the material that an adult with a sexual interest in children may consider sexualized or sexual. As they argue, understanding why child pornography is produced and collected requires us to think beyond the legal definition of child pornography. As noted by Taylor and Quayle 2003, the Internet provides the social, individual and technological circumstances in which an interest in child pornography flourishes. Socially, the Internet has been used to create a self-justifying online community for child pornography users. Individually, using the Internet, individuals can access material and communicate with others through a computer terminal, providing an apparently private sphere for the expression of sexual fantasy. And technologically, digital technology and the Internet make it possible for child pornography consumers to become obsessive collectors so that the collection of images becomes an end in itself. The Internet also provides a ready means to access material supporting increasingly extreme sexual fantasies. It can then be used to act out those fantasies with children in online interactions or in physical meetings arranged online. Children have always been sexually abused. Individuals have produced and viewed images of such abuse ever since the existence of photography. With current technologies, it is likely that child abuse material, even very old material, will be available for the very long time to come, possibly indefinitely. Space is hardly a factor at all. The extent of the phenomena of child pornography, the number of perpetrators, victims, and the quantity of child abuse material is unknown. It may be argued that the number of perpetrators and the volume of child abuse material have been increased to such an extent that it cannot be tackled by criminal law alone. Put differently, there are too many perpetrators and too many images for the criminal justice system to process in a traditional manner. This means that we must seek strategies to tackle child pornography both within and beyond the criminal justice process. The lives of children exploited through child pornography are forever altered, not only by the molestation, but by the permanent record of the exploitation. Once sexual exploitation takes place, the molester may document these encounters on a film or video. This documentation can then become the ammunition needed to blackmail the child into further submission, which is necessary to continue the relationship and maintain secrecy. These documented images also allow molesters to relieve their sexual fantasies. Offenders use the Internet to view, download, distribute, acquire, and trade child pornography on a daily basis. Child pornography has become a multi-billion-dollar commercial enterprise and is among the fastest growing businesses on the Internet. Distribution over the Internet has facilitated instant access by thousands and possibly millions of individuals throughout the world. A holistic and uniform approach is the most effective means of combating the sexual exploitation of children because it allows for consistency in criminalization and punishment, it raises public awareness of the problem, it increases services available to assist victims, and it improves overall law enforcement efforts at the national and international levels. Complying with international legal standards is an initial step in addressing child pornography, to be followed by national implementing legislation and the creation of a national legislative scheme to combat child pornography. After completing this module, you will be able to understand the definition of child pornography, to explore the characteristics, nature and scope of the child pornography industry, to gain knowledge about the impact of child pornography on its victims, to get an overview of child pornography in India, and to identify strategies to fight child pornography. Internet has paved the way for a lot of opportunities with its advancement, both positive and negative. It has led to the emergence of new opportunities for sexual exploitation, where a person can download, collect and circulate child pornography and lure potential child victims. Websites containing indecent images of children are increasing at a rapid rate. Internet has become a new medium for online child sex offenders. Child pornography has become a serious concern in recent years. In the digital age, child pornography has become one of the most heinous offenses committed against children. The emergence of a new group of offenders who may not be in physical contact with children have increased the threat of the creation, distribution, and possession of child pornography. This has fueled the exploitation of children. Child pornography is not a new phenomenon and has been in the news since the 1990s. Internet child pornography involves the use of the internet or computer technology to possess or collect images of children. It has led to the commodification of children in the society. The definition of child pornography. The Council of Europe Convention on Cybercrime defines child pornography as follows: an image or data carrier that contains an image of a sexual act in which someone has apparently not attained the age of 18, that is a minor, is involved or seemingly involved. The image shows sexual behavior with or in the presence of a child or where the child is in a sexualized pose. These images indicate sexual interest of the offender. The cyberspace provides grounds for children to be groomed, enticed and solicited into sexual activity for financial gains. These images may include sexual intercourse, masturbation and exhibition of genitals or pubic area. The offenders may use these images to validate their own sexual interest, groom children and lower their inhibitions, or to blackmail the victims. Other motivated reason can be to collect child pornographic material for sexual arousal. The 1989 United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child (UNCRC) also condemns the sexual exploitation of minors in prostitution, pornography and other illegal sexual practices. Article 34 specifically requires state parties to protect children from sexual exploitation and abuse, including involvement in pornography. The UN's optional protocol to the Convention on the Rights of the Child 2002 defined child pornography as any representation by whatever means of a child engaged in real or simulated explicit sexual activities or any representation of the sexual parts of a child for primarily sexual purposes. Child pornography has increasingly become a part of a cycle of sexual exploitation. There are three main features of child pornography. They are: the first is the anonymity of the online environment, which increases the opportunities to offend. The second feature is the accessibility to the internet, which helps in getting in touch with a wide array of online content. The affordability of the online landscape has also contributed to the increasing demand of child pornography, which lets users download explicit content. Scope and nature of child pornography. Understanding the dynamics, incidences, nature as well as consequences on children is vital to the issue of child pornography. The internet has escalated the problem of child pornography, which has made its availability easier and faster for its users. Production of pornographic images could be done professionally as well as by amateurs who record such content on their electronic devices. The next step involves the uploading and circulation of such images. These images may be stored on various web servers all over the world. Distribution usually involves sophisticated organized crime rings which operate for profit. Child pornographic images can be uploaded on the internet on specific websites or exchanged via emails as well as chat rooms and peer-to-peer networks. Such websites are usually shut down as soon as they are discovered. However, rings are investing on strong security measures to keep the images hidden in the internet. Images may also be broadcasted in real time. The last step involves the downloading of the image, which is then stored on the computer. Most child pornography is downloaded via news groups and chat rooms. News groups are specific forums which consist of members who share a common interest to discuss their sexual interest in children. Access to child pornography websites may be closed and require paying a fee, or they are password protected. The extent of such websites is very difficult to measure. The profiles of the users are not specific and can vary. They may include serial predators or situational offenders who may not have innate sexual interest in children. Some users may access sites just for short-term entertainment, while others may have a compulsive sexual interest in children. Some users can also document their involvement with a child and then sell or trade such images and recordings. Advancement in technology can also help in the manipulation of images or can also develop virtual images when no human being is the subject. Child pornographers use new techniques in order to evade detection. Why people use child pornography? There are various reasons as to why a specific set of offenders indulge in child pornography. Some of them are: child pornography users spends a lot of time collecting images of children, and this helps to create a permanent record for immediate gratification. This also helps in fulfilling the fantasies. Since such images are exchanged over the internet, this in turn validates the user's belief system that an adult-child sexual relationship is normal. Users use the images to threaten or blackmail, which prevents the child victim from reporting or disclosing about the abuse. Users also engage in the sale or trade of child pornographic images for monetary gains. This could be accomplished either through electronic media or by mail or courier service. The anonymity in the world of internet has made such exchanges easier. Impact of child pornography. The children on child pornography become victims as soon as their images are recorded and uploaded on the internet by the perpetrators. Victims could be of any age, older or younger children that are molested by acquaintances or family members and are photographed or video recorded. Victims may experience both emotional as well as physical consequences resulting from the act. Victimization through child pornography never ends because of the following reasons. Images uploaded on the internet can never be fully erased or removed. Users of child pornography have large collection of such images. Images continue to be circulated from person to person. The impact of child pornography on the victims can have both immediate and long-term effects. Immediate effects on child victims are as follows: immediate distress and trauma, physical injury and pain, feelings of withdrawal and isolation, headaches and difficulty to sleep, feelings of low self-esteem and self-worth, sexually transmitted diseases. Long-term effects include the following: more vulnerable to develop mental disorders such as anxiety, depression, and even post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD), including flashbacks and nightmares of the event. Difficulty to establish healthy emotional and sexual relationships in the later stages of his or her life. Greater risk of engaging in deviant behavior such as substance abuse and self-destructive behavior as well. Suicidal ideation and attempts. Greater risk of getting involved in the commercial sexual exploitation trade. The images uploaded on the internet can have negative impact on employment, relationships and other facets of the victim's life. Child pornography victims may face a lifetime of victimization, and it can have a profound impact on the child emotionally, physically, as well as psychologically. Child pornography in India, according to the Information Technology Act 2000 and the Indian Penal Code 1860, child pornography is considered a crime in India. The Information Technology Bill passed in 2000 made the production, creation and transmission of child pornography illegal and punishable. The punishment for a first-time offender who publishes, creates, exchanges, downloads or browses an electronic depiction of children will face 5 years in jail and a fine of rupees 10 lakh. The section does not specifically define pornography or even child pornography. Section 67 of the Act deals with publishing obscene information in electronic form, and Section 67B prescribes punishment for involvement in sexually explicit content depicting children. Punishment for a first-time offence will attract imprisonment for 3 years and a fine of rupees 5 lakh. Combating child pornography. Taking strong positions to fight child pornography is the need of the hour. Law enforcement programs helps in the prosecution of the offenders, enabling different agencies such as law enforcement, child welfare, non-governmental organizations and other institutional or resources can help to fight the issue of child pornography more effectively. It also requires coordinated effort at the community level as well to work towards a common goal of protecting children from this vicious cycle of sexual exploitation. The producers and distributors who are involved in the sale of children pornographic materials should be proactively arrested in order to effectively conduct further investigation. The strategies to fight child pornography should involve more sophisticated methods in order to keep up with the rapid advancement of the internet. Some specific responses that can play an effective role to reduce child pornography follows. To remove illegal websites when they are discovered, police can lobby with the computer industry to enforce stricter restrictions, which in turn can play a greater role in controlling child pornography. Non-profit organizations can help create public awareness in the communities. Educating the parents is also very important to help them provide tips about various websites and other illegal online activities. Locating and removing child pornography sites can also be helpful. Conducting undercover or sting operations can help track down offenders, improving education and training of the police officers on the use of computers is also very pertinent for the investigation of child pornography. Identifying child victims and providing them the required assistance and other services in order to help them recover from the abuse should be a priority. They should be encouraged to receive professional counseling services. Individualized treatment should also be pursued. Establishing helpline or hotline numbers could also facilitate more complaints from children and their families. Police can also educate parents to use filter software that allows parents to restrict their children's usage on the internet. Extensive research can also be conducted on a long-term basis in order to better understand the scope, effects or causes of child pornography. Since the advent of the internet, the child pornography market has expanded rapidly and substantially. As the cyberspace has developed and expanded, a new generation of offenders have turned to their computers to produce and disseminate sexually explicit content of children. Child pornography has become a growing concern. Child pornography is a growing industry which involves three main components: production, where the perpetrator records or takes images of children. The second step involves the distribution of those sexually explicit images, and lastly the downloading by various offenders who has sexual interest in children. The impact on the children victims is also very long lasting and profound, which can affect their emotional, mental, as well as psychological well-being. Children victims face a lifelong victimization because of the images that are being circulated over the internet. Since images and videos are recorded by offenders and the internet also facilitates networking between other such offenders. A comprehensive and conscious effort by the law enforcement as well as other important agencies is required to stop the continued victimization of children through child pornography. A greater community involvement is also very important to develop prevention efforts. A combined effort by the law enforcement, NGOs as well as the community can help halt the growth of the industry. A very coordinated response by all these agents can help increase the perception among offenders that the internet is an unsafe space to access content related to child pornography. Educating the public and the broader community can help people to take effective steps at their homes to not let their children become victims. Prioritizing these efforts can reduce child pornography from the internet. Thank you for watching. I hope you found the module useful.